How did this dog get stuck on the ledge? We don't know, but unlike a pirate, he was more than happy to walk the plank. This little fawn was doing its best to hide, but decided to choose the worst place ever to do it, the middle of the road.
I abhor the sight of living beings being killed, whatever the reason. Dr. Mahinda Paliwahadana, PhD, vegetarian.
With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace. Etc.
Peace is happening around our world. Peace News number 121 of many and counting. There are many countries promoting peace and fostering amity among peoples and governments, etc. June 2024. Cyprus and the United States hold highest level talks to date with a focus on defense, security, energy, and crisis management. The U.S. Secretary of State, His Excellency Antony Blinken, announces the dialogue is powerful evidence of the strengthening, deepening, and broadening of the relationship between our countries, acting together in so many areas. By creating peace, we all can make a loving, serene, and prosperous world.
We now invite you to watch the next part of Supreme Master Ching Hai's message entitled "A Seat in the Higher Realm is Secured by Honest Diligence, Master's Grace, and God's Mercy," Part 4 of 19 on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on August 17, 2024.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. She has been invited to lecture on the Kuan Yin method of meditation throughout the world. We now invite you to view Walk the Way of Love, an introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai.
We'll search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, as she has affectionately become known, lives a message that walks the way of love. A renowned humanitarian, artist, and spiritual visionary, her love and assistance has extended beyond all cultural and racial boundaries to people around the world. The needy and homeless, institutions of medical research, war veterans, the disadvantaged, the physically and mentally handicapped, refugees, and victims of natural disasters, etc. We witness countless reminders of the compassion, the trademark of this caring lady, and the international foundation that has grown out of her loving example.
Whatever we can share, begin with sharing. And then we will feel a subtle change in ourselves. More love will be pouring into our consciousness, and we will be aware of something. And that is the beginning. We are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity, in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnated.
Don't worry
Don't worry, I pray for you, okay, honey?
Not only are human beings the blessed beneficiaries of her kindness, animal people from different species are also the recipients of her boundless benevolence.
You okay, boy? You okay? Yeah, come on, baby. Hey, look at you. Oh, quack. You happy? Quack. Hello, you grow so big now, you. Bon appetito. I love you. Good appetite. This is one of the reasons why we should be vegan. Love for all beings, extending love.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, was born in Central Olac, or Vietnam. During her early years, she was often found helping hospital patients, the needy, as well as injured animal people in whichever way she could. As a young adult, she moved to Europe to study and continued there as a translator for the Red Cross. She soon discovered that pain and suffering exist in all corners of the globe, and her search for the remedy to this became the foremost goal in her life. She was happily married at the time to a German doctor, and although it was an extremely difficult decision for both of them, her husband agreed to a separation. She then embarked on what became a 2-year-plus journey in search for spiritual understanding. Finally, in the deepest reaches of the Himalayas in India, she found an enlightened master who imparted to her the Kuan Yin method, a meditation method on the inner heavenly light and sound. After a period of practice, she became fully enlightened. Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Supreme Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own greatness. Through the Kuan Yin method of meditation, they also attained greater fulfillment, happiness, and peace. Before long, invitations arrived from the United States, etc.
I saw that I was everywhere and in every creature.
Europe,
To see God is very, very simple.
Asia,
All religions tell you be a good person here and find heaven while you can.
Australia,
We are the sons and daughters of God. We are ourselves, the Supreme Master.
Africa,
I will show you how to get direct teaching
and South America,
and keep the commandments and try to lead a more vegan life.
as well as from important organizations for Supreme Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
The peace and love that we most often talk about and seek, we have within ourselves. You must look inside and find your own treasure and find the real lasting happiness. The future is in our hands. So you make it beautiful or you make it worse. It's up to you.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has realized many spontaneous talents that she expresses through artistic paintings and creations, music and poetry, and aesthetic jewelry and clothing designs, expressing the inner and outer beauty. The income generated from her artistic creations has enabled Supreme Master Ching Hai to create an independent source of funding for humanitarian activities in support of her noble mission of assisting God's children in their times of need. Although she does not seek acknowledgement of any kind, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been given awards worldwide by government officials and private organizations on numerous occasions. They include the World Peace Award, the World Spiritual Leadership Award, the Award for Promotion of Human Rights, the World Citizen Humanitarian Award, the Award for Outstanding Public Service to Mankind, the 2006 Goosey Peace Prize, the Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation, and first place silver for the 27th Annual Telly Awards 2006. In addition, October 25th and February 22nd have been proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day in the United States.
She also brings love around the world where there is hate. She brings hope where there is despair. And she brings understanding where there is misunderstanding. She is the light of a great person, an angel of mercy for all of us.
Agradecer a la Suprema Maestra su liderazgo, agradecerle su optimismo, agradecerle ese don de gente que tiene que la hace tan única y tan especial.
Una impresión muy grata de ver un corazón tan noble, tan dispuesto a servir. Ella está sirviendo a todos los seres humanos, está sirviendo al planeta para salvarlo, para rescatarlo. Tiene un corazón noble, pero también un gran liderazgo. Sé que van a suceder las cosas que tienen que suceder.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is one of the truly dedicated people of this era, helping others find and create a beautiful vision of our future. Many great people in history have had a dream, and in her own words, so does Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that everyone becomes the Buddha. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nations shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billions, trillions of years to produce this planet, and it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love.
At the time of initiation, we talk about that already. You should keep quiet. You should not review what you learn to others, because the verbal instruction alone is nothing. It's the master power that lifts you up, cleanses you, and helps you to improve spiritually further. But you're not allowed to just go out and give initiation by yourself like that. Only when the master sends you, tell you. Each time, not just tell you one time and then you can continue to do it your whole lifetime. It's not like that. Because you don't have enough power to help people, lift people up to higher heavens, and to protect them from all dangers on the road. You don't know where to lead them to, because you yourself don't know the way. Only the master knows it. And when the master assigns you to initiate in the name of the completely enlightened master, and you let the master know their names, then they will be officially initiated and the master will take responsibility. But without the master's permission, you can't do anything. And in no time, empty of master's grace and protection, you and your followers will be all fallen into the ensnaring clutches of Mara, the devils in hell. Myself, I shudder thinking of that horror. Remember when Milarepa was suffering and really wanted to have initiation, and the wife of Mapa, his master, wrote a letter, saying that he can be initiated. But the master didn't know about it. So when Milarepa went to be initiated by one of Mahaprabhu's representatives, he had nothing, no experience, no light, no sound, nothing. So the disciple representative was very surprised, thinking or saying to himself or to Milarepa that maybe the master did not allow this. And that's why it happened. Even in those times, Milarepa was a very powerful magician and also helped his master to take care of many bad people as well. And he could not even get what the master did not want to give him, or what he was not ready for, because he was so sinful that his body, his being, could not take in any of the holy power, because the mixing of the two opposite energies would have killed him. Not many, rarely, but some of the disciples also say they didn't get anything at initiation. It could be because they were distracted, not listening to the instructions well, or didn't do well what they should do during meditation. They did not concentrate as well. Or maybe that person is not truly sincere to be initiated, not respecting the master, not believing in the master, just coming for fun, or following a girl, or following a man to come in for their own, mundane or low purpose. So they will not have the real initiation. I have met at least one of them like that, and he complained that some others also don't get an experience, and he himself doesn't have it. Later, I knew why. He wanted money from me. After initiation, he had a chance to see me, and he wanted some money, like 100,000, 200,000, euros. I said I didn't have it. At that time, we had to use all that money to build a new ashram. I'm telling you, success or failure, is it all yours? You decide if you want God or if you don't want. If you want God, God is always there for you. Always too happy to be there for you. The Master will always be too happy to be there for you. But if you don't want it, if you're really not sincere in your heart and you just came in for some mundane reason or anything that is not worthy to mention, then you won't get anything. And even some very shallow faith, they got something, maybe a little bit at initiation, but later they will lose it because they do not keep it to themselves. They tell others, this is taboo. They should not tell any others, because both of them will be degraded, will be harmed, will not be blessed and protected by heaven after they told or they do things that they should not. So this is not something you can play with your ignorance, arrogance, and insincerity. Now you know. So for any of God's disciples, under my guidance, if you have done all the wrong things that I have mentioned before, you should stop it. Don't just jump in to learn a couple of instructions and then jump out and give people initiation. Then shamelessly boast about yourself as a master or even a great master. You must ask God for forgiveness for being disrespectful to God Almighty and trying to delude His precious innocent children, because your karma is too heavy. You have to keep repenting for the rest of your life, hoping God will forgive you.
Master gives protective warning to all interested in Kuan Yin spiritual practice. Because of much abuse of our generosity and leniency by ignorant people and demons hidden in human form, from this day on, the 21st of August 2024, before this and after this day, anyone who fakes Kuan Yin messengers or tries to teach the Kuan Yin method without official permission from Master and confirmation from Central FG must be avoided to protect yourself from being harmed in any way. If you knowingly try the opposite, we are not responsible for any harm done to you or and yours. You may be not accepted if you come to us after for new initiation. This caution must be applied by all contact persons, all meditation centers, all initiates, all future initiates, and all should report to M as soon as possible if such a malign event ever happens again.
To be a Buddha, you have to have been practicing for eons and eons of time already, and God has to allow it. And the universes have to accept you. They have to know. There's nothing you can cheat in the universe. It's all transparent. Everybody knows you. Everybody sees your spiritual level and development. Not because you study 30, 40 years sitting there or listening to somebody else's instructions, but not doing much. Not because you're a virgin, not because you're a vegan even. The Buddha is the Buddha. It's not because you're doing all this outer kind of appearance or outer practice or thinking that you have reached something. No, it's not the thing for you to play with. The karma is too heavy. So stop all this nonsense. Repent, ask God for forgiveness, and humbly continue to practice what your master taught you. Otherwise, this karma is too heavy, because you're not what you are, and you pretend to be, or you wish to climb the position. Oh, that is the worst karma you can have, according to the Buddhist Sutra, according to what the Buddha say, because you have not reached Buddhahood. You have not reached complete enlightenment, and you proclaim that you have. Oh, that's the worst kind of sin. The Buddha say you will go to the relentless hell. So watch it, huh? Be careful. Take care of your own spiritual merit and practice. Be humble. Be diligent. Ask God for forgiveness. Maybe you will be able to evade hell. Relentless hell even, not a normal hell. Like forever hell. As I said already, you can't be a Buddha just because you're a virgin. You can't be a Buddha just because you're a monk or a nun or eat very little every day or walk instead of going by bus, barefoot instead of having shoes. In those times, because it was very difficult for the monks to have access to comfort, so they have as little as possible. And they didn't have money, so they couldn't just buy shoes. But if people bought shoes for them, they would wear them. I'm sure the Buddha would have allowed that. It's just that if you're a monk, even if you're in the company of the Buddha, there are many, too many thousands of monks. People just can't provide enough. In those days, you just walk on the village path, and it was only like red dirt. It wouldn't hurt your feet anyway, yes. Not because you eat only once a day, not because you harass yourself, your own body, by exposing it to all kinds of weather and don't give yourself the comfort of lying down for a while. Even the Buddha lay down, reclined sometimes, openly, officially. It's not because of all these outer reasons that you become a Buddha. Devadatta, he restricted himself. He reinforced more ascetic discipline than the Buddha allowed for himself or his own monastic disciples. But he was not a Buddha. It's obvious that he was so aggressive. He was so murderous even. He wanted to kill the Buddha, who was harmless to him, and even helped to heal Devadatta many times when he was sick or had some trouble. Even after Devadatta already betrayed him, left and formed his own group, and made himself look more disciplined than the Buddha, more ascetic. Anything, it's all garbage. It's only the outer appearance. If you're Buddha, it's because you are Buddha. You eat one meal or you eat 3 meals, you're still a Buddha. So no need to show off any cheap theatrical performance to attract people to worship you. You just attract more bad karma because you're lying. You're deluding yourself and deluding heavens and God even. How dare you do that? Huh? God knows everything. Your master knows your level also, if you come and ask, or write and ask.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. To learn more about her compassionate life and teachings, please visit suprememastertv.com/master.
Vegan, because even if our little finger is cut, it hurts.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching Hai shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
Righteous viewers, we thank you for your company for today's episode entitled A Seat in the Higher Realm is Secured by Honest Diligence, Master's Grace, and God's Mercy, Part 4 of 19 on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is God's Law and Commandments from Judaism's Holy Tanakh, Book of Exodus, Part 1 of 2 on Words of Wisdom, right after noteworthy news. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more constructive programming.
Being vegan, having peace, doing good deeds, life is a feast.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.
برامجنا متوفرة بالعديد من اللغات. يرجى زيارة suprememastertv.com/schedule و suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Also, be sure to follow us on our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Getter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nico, Pinterest, Reddit, Substack, Telegram, Threads, TikTok, Truth Social, Tumblr, VK, and X, previously known as Twitter, in multiple languages by searching Supreme Master TV.